He's not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up.
Hit him in the back of the head with the book. Or the strawberry. Smoosh it in his face. Pfft.
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot, and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do, then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I would go and see.
Oh, right. I'll have a look around. So, let's click on here.
Daily Flicker, June the 22nd, 1935. Battle over control of bank system. What will the government do for money? Andover, murder of a tobacconist.
Well, it's very hot here too.
Some cool air.
Yes, indeed. Biscuits. Yum. I'd just rather have the biscuits than not the fruit. There's no strawberries. Although bananas, nah. Banana flavouring, not bananas. They got that weird bit on it. Write in the comments and tell me your favourite fruit. Mine's is strawberries. Obviously, I keep talking about them for the last couple of half an hour.
It is not the right time. It is not the right time.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Andover, Hampshire, population 31,200 inhabitants.
And we're gonna like fix my eyes again. Oh, there's a letter. Yeah. Okay, I'll get that in like 2 seconds. I like the fact I go over to the mirror and I get ego points. That's awesome. I want to eat the biscuits.
No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored.
Oh, how cruel.
You're not going to get the post?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I'm just observing your bald patch. Because that's what a true detective does. Apparently.
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The Andover affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC.
1, 2, 3, ABC. See?
The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Jap to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter
Post
indicate
haste.
anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more.
Thinking time.
Let us examine this more closely.
You know, when he does like the whole thinking, it reminds me of Blue's Clues from way back in the day. And you'd be sitting on the thinking chair and just going, the wee song. Oh God, how did it go? I can't remember. I always go something. It was good. I liked it. If I can remember it, I'll sing it later. So, dear Hercule Poirot, I've heard that you're very good at solving problems. Oh, right. These were these. Right.
Dear
Discuss
Mr.
points.
Poirot. Well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC.
Letter B from ABC from here. Okay.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Same with the I.
Yes, this I is weird. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Okay, I don't know if it is going to be like this, but I don't know if any of you ever have also seen the series of Fortunate Events, the one that Jim Carrey won, and it was the third book installment of the film, and it was Aunt Georgina, and she had like the encrypted message that Clive went and figured out because some of the words weren't spelt correctly, and it put a message. Hopefully it's like that, because I really like that. I think there actually, the W, because it's kind of like blank.
The W is
Same
not
here.
printed properly.
Yeah.
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
Yeah. Yay!
Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
So, what's special at Andover and murder? Letter announcing the Bexhill's crime. Andover ABC guide. This theft is not the motivation. The first victim was called Asher. Alice Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6. Miss Asher lived in the Squadron neighbourhood. The fact that her name began with an A. And there. So Andover and Alice Asher started with the letter A. So he's finding people, victim, their names begin with the letter and where they live. What can we guess about the next victim? The next victim name may start with the letter B.
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there.
Okay. Excuse me. Yay, Eagle points. So I'm to leave Whitehaven, but not yet. Okay. And done. Okay. Done.
It's impossible to get through to Scotland Yard.
Okay, I think I'm all done here. So... Oh, can't talk.
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
Ah, right, okay. Let's just go then.
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
Do I get to drive? I do!
To Scotland Yard, please.
Well, not drive, but in the taxi. Okay. So, this way. Yeah.
Like all hunters, Hastings has always been fascinated by weapons.
Medals. Look.
Japp has invested a great deal in his career. Japp is an investigator greatly respected by his peers.
Before I do that, let's have a look around, see if there's any... Oh, a map. Don't mind me. Observing your map.
London. I really like this city. One thing is certain, you never get bored here. Alice Asher was murdered in Andover, the ABC killer's first murder.
Wow, so it was quite far. I think that's all I can see. Let's observe Japp.
Japp appears to be snowed under. Japp appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
Oh, the killer attacks old ladies who run a shop. The next victim name will start with a B. The murderer is unpredictable. That one. It's going to start with a B.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So, it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien. We should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Japp, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
It must suck being like a detective, knowing that the next person's going to be murdered, where and their name, and then have no idea who it's going to be, just out of randomness.
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot!
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Japp waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
Walrus mustache. I like that. Oh, right, of course.
Bexhill seems to be a pleasant little town. Bexhill is a pretty little seaside resort with elegant architecture, although personally I prefer more modern buildings.
Oh, there's a body there.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock. And we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine.
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
There is no doubt about it. Bexhill has one of the most beautiful beaches in the area.
With a dead body on it. Oh, strangled to death.
The guide is open as the page for the Bexhill train times. A braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim.
Yeah, you can see here that was clearly removed and then used here.
This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock. The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange. Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath. These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth. She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it. Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
I don't get why they're called little grey cells. I'm guessing that's like a thing.
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What are the common I can't speak. What are the common points between the Andover murder and the one in Bexhill? She has just one wound at the back of her neck. ABC guide open at Bexhill page. The victim has marks on the neck. The press does not know the ABC guide was found in Andover. Letter announcing the Bexhill's crime, an Andover ABC guide. So the common points. That one. Announcing it. Nope. 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 That one and that. Killer Chinese crimes with an ABC guide. Yes. Are the crimes in Andover and Bexhill the work of the same murderer? So a letter announcing the Bexhill's crime. The press does not know that the ABC guide was found in Andover. I'd say yeah because... Oh wait. Yeah, the letter. No? Oh. The press? The two murders were premeditated and were carried out by the same person. Okay.
The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
So we've got to identify her. To identify the victim.
There is no doubt about it.
Oh, well, yes. Oh, if we go into the over here, because we got. I'm pretty sure we got the key. We did. Okay, what number is it? Number 6. Yes. We'll get our bag and figure out. I'm guessing it's that one. Yeah. They went and put it around that way. Yeah. There, see? Oh, 715. Okay.
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
715, and then put the key in. Haha. Oh, haha. Ah. I'll put in. A bag! Go in. No? Oh. Shoes.
It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings.
Quite spacious, actually. That's really nice. Let's look at the coat. Oh.
Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931. So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach. The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motive for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
Okay, so can't go down that way, so try over here.
Could it be the same buildings as on the victim's photo? This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
Did it work? It worked. Hooray. It worked.
With all these tourists, these shops must be thriving.
Well, maybe not so much now because of dead body on the beach.
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly. I fear that this case is far from being solved.
Come on, Poirot. You'll find the killer.
Certes. But how many times will he kill before I do?
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
This is a well-laid table. Nothing is out of place, and above all, no creases.
I'm going to check myself in the mirror again, because why not? Yay. I guess he must do that then if that's the case, by checking himself in the mirror all the time. That's kind of funny. Check the jukebox.
What a pity. I don't have any change to make it work.
Okay, so Betty Bernard. She was a waitress at the Ginger Cat. 23 in Beck's Hill. So, none of the brain cells part. Biscuits. Oh, what's behind there? Can't talk to her yet.
What a pity.
A delightful cafe. So this is where Betty worked.
Yes, indeed. Let us find someone to talk to.
Ah, now I can.
Something tells me that she's the owner of the Ginger Cat. This woman must be the owner of the Ginger Cat. It looks like something is bothering her.
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
And he even likes hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate. Doesn't know very much about employees' private lives. Oh. And her name is Miss Marian, about 40 years old.
I need to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own. These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty?
Right. 11 a.m. 7:30 p.m. Okay, so the 25th, that's when she was killed. The 24th July, 11 to 7. And she worked.
I should consult the register first.
They left at 5, left at 4, left at 2. So she would have been on her own. Like this one. Yeah.
Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover. Maybe the murderer? This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one. Most probably a family. Betty served a family and a man on his own, a whiskey drinker. Maybe the murderer. This information will help me to progress.
What? Gentlemen, what are you doing?
We are searching
Snooping.
for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality is the first rule of politeness.
I fear that Miss Barnard will not be coming today. She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing. What happened?
She appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing. How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
Say that on the contrary is an arbiter for the town. Ask what she knows about Betty. Ask what she knows.
What can you tell us about Miss Barnard?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Miss Barnard was my employee. Her private life was none of my business.
You did know at least that she had a young man.
Indeed.
Ask her if our gentleman friend might have attacked her after the man in the photo is our gentleman friend.
This photo was found. Is this him?
Yes, that's him all right. But I haven't seen him for some time.
Ask if the relationship was going well. Say that young people no longer have morals. Well, she wouldn't know that, so let's just say this one.
I find young people today very hard to understand.
You needn't tell me that. A few weeks ago, they argued just outside the cafe. Imagine what my customers must have thought.
Ask why they argue, sympathise, but they've difficulty keeping a respectable establishment. That one?
I hope for you that it was an isolated incident. It must be difficult to keep a respectable establishment if your staff show themselves to be so shameless.
The young man only made a scene the once. Jealousy, no doubt. It must be said the young girl was very pretty.
Thank you for your time, Mademoiselle Mérion. You have been of great help.
Yeah, get on her good side.
The customer who ordered the whiskey might provide us more information. He may have been the last one to see Betty alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
That's what I thought. Time to visit Betty's home. Miss Marion is not the sort of witness that my friend enjoys questioning.